Hello everybody and welcome to... That's the point where my dog decides he wants to jump all over me. Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. It is round 5 of season 3. Georgie, stop climbing all over me and stop whining. I haven't filmed or been on this save in quite a while because of studying and not being bothered. So, George, seriously. That does mean we will be having to, start from the unknown, I guess. Not really, nah. Of course, it's been a long break in the F1 season in real life, so let's take a look at the championship standings into this race then. Norris, Leclerc, Bortoletto, Hamilton, Antonelli, Ocon, Hulkenberg, Russell, Barron, Hamilton, Giovinazzi, Ocon, Hulkenberg, Russell, Barron, Antonelli, Dunn, Verstappen, Vettel, Hadjar, Bottas, Stroll, Pierre, Gasly, Albon, Piastri, Alonso, Hayes, Sainz, Perez. Piastri is having a horrible start to the season. Audi are fighting for the championship, it looks like. It's qualifying and it is wet, and my dog is once again on top of my head. So it's wet tyre conditions, it looks like, in the Australian Grand Prix. As Lance Stroll is not going to be the first out on the tracks behind. I think he's going to... I can't actually tell you who's behind. I think it's a Ferrari. No, it's not. It's a Bortoletto. It's an Audi, a Bortoletto. I just noticed on top of that Audi on the nose, it has got the rings. I think it's the 4 rings. See 2 of them right there under the halo, under the nose. It's chassis. Can't tell you now, but I think it stretches down. Bortoletto is on his flying lap, so is Stroll and Giovinazzi, and I think quite a few more, like Leclerc, and I'm pretty sure there's Gasly of Bronze GP has also started his flying lap. Watching Bortoletto fly through the fast lakeside corners. Here's Bortoletto looking at the back of his car. He's going to set the benchmark lap time for everybody to beat. It is 1 minute 06, as we actually now hit Lance Stroll across the line next. His lap time is 1.2 seconds slower, as I'm going to hit the Giovinazzi. He's looking fast and poor. She's 8 tenths off the pace. Leclerc goes 1 minute 066 at 2.9, as there's a Haas goes by him there. As I head to Hamilton is on his outlap actually, so no, I'm not going to hit Hamilton. I'm going to head to Russell, who's going to cross the line here. Russell, can he put that car in provisional pole? No, he's 5 tenths off the pace. Piastri potentially. He's miles back though right now, so not going to look at him. Hamilton starts his lap as Hayes crosses the line into P7. Sainz is also quite far back. Albon, he's crossed the line to go P7 now. As Piastri, he's the next one across the line. Where's he going to go? Oscar Piastri. He puts that car into P3. Lewis Hamilton is still coming around the track as he head to Valtteri Bottas. No, head to Sebastian Vettel. Sebastian Vettel is the next one to cross the line. Where will he put that car? Can he go any higher than his teammate who is in P10? No. Vettel only puts that car into P15 as Verstappen and Hamilton are still at to finish the lap. Antonelli is also yet to finish his lap. Behrman, he's also yet to finish his lap. Sainz crosses the line. Sainz finishes lap now. Goes P8 as Hamilton comes around the final corner. Hamilton crosses the line. Can he go to provisional pole? Lewis Hamilton only goes P10. What happened there? As we head to Isaac Hadjar, who rounds the final corner with his teammate following him. Hadjar, he will put his car into P6. Verstappen, can he take provisional pole? No, he's only P11. Behrman and Antonelli. Behrman, he's going to cross the line. Behrman goes fast to sector 3. I thought it was fast lap there. No, he puts that car. I can't see where Behrman is. He only puts the car 20th. Oh, there's a crash there. Antonelli is out. We saw the onboard of it there. Stroll's involved. He hit the back of Stroll. Kimi Antonelli rear-ended Lance Stroll, as that is absolutely huge, as Kimi Antonelli is going to be either starting P15 or lower. Lance Stroll You'll be the first one to finish the second lap. It is looking absolutely treacherous out there. You can see the rain lights flashing as he brakes deep and late into, I think that's turn 11. As he heads up into the final chicane now. Can Lance Stroll improve his lap time for P22? His teammate is currently up in P19. Oh, down in P19. Lance Stroll will not improve his lap that much, as Charles Leclerc is actually the next one to cross the line. Can Charles Leclerc improve his provisional pole lap? Where does Charles Leclerc go? He doesn't improve his lap. I don't think he improves that much. Can Gabriel Borlet take pole? No. What about Lando Norris, who's coming round the final corner now? Lando Norris. Can Lando Norris take provisional pole? My dog is absolutely crying right now for some reason. He always does, really. Lando Norris does not improve his lap time. Nobody's improving. Gasly, he crosses the line. Also does not improve. He's not in pole position. Hulkenberg is there. Now head to George Russell. I'm going to head George, if I can see where he is in the thing. Sainz and Verstappen finished laps, not improved. Russell was P10. Can Hamilton, can he improve? That is a good question right now. Piastri, he's going to come around the final corner. Hadjar is crossing the line. Right now, I can't see where he is. He's on P5. Hadjar on P5, his teammate Verstappen down P11. Oscar Piastri crosses the line. He stays P3. Dunn and Hayes are the next ones to cross the line. Alex Dunn, he puts his car in P17. Dunn across the line, he stays P7. Lewis Hamilton, can he improve off P12? No one's improving here. Hamilton does not improve. Valtteri Bottas is the last one to finish his lap time. Charles Leclerc is on pole position. Here we are at the dry race start. Charles Leclerc on pole position with Bortoletto in second place. Piastri in third. He's looking for a good result. Norris fourth. Fifth, Hadjar in sixth. Pierre Gasly. Seventh is Alex Dunn in eighth. Nico Hulkenberg ninth. Is Carlos Sainz. And 10th is George Russell. Max Verstappen in 11th place there. Lewis Hamilton, disappointing for him, down P12. Alex Albon 13th. Esteban Ocon P14. Antonio Giovinazzi 15. Kimi Antonelli crashed out in qualifying 16th place. Sonny Hayes 17th. Joshua Pierce in 18th. Fernando Alonso and Ollie Behrman. Sebastian Vettel on P21. Lance Stroll on P22. And the Cadillacs round up the order with Bottas and Perez. Here we go. Five red lights here, revs. Lights out, away they go. As Crofty would say, as Charles Leclerc seems like he's got a bit of a start there. Bortoletto's being bogged down a little bit. So is Piastri. Piastri's being bogged down. Hadjar on the outside. As we continue down there, Bortoletto leads the Grand Prix now from Charles Leclerc side by side. Into turn 3, Bortoletto takes the lead off Charles Leclerc on soft tyres compared to Leclerc's mediums. Hadjar up to P3 on his mediums compared to Piastri's softs. Norris and P5, the championship leader, as Gasly and Dunn look like they're battling in the Braun GP cars, as so does Hulkenberg and Sainz. Hulkenberg and Sainz are going side by side through the long corners. Verstappen and Hamilton and Russell seem to be getting into a bit of a battle as well, as Sainz on the inside of Russell. Sainz on the inside of Hulkenberg of Russell, looking on the inside potentially there. Still they go now, Hulkenberg on the inside, Russell on the inside. Ocon's caused a collision, and Ocon and Sainz and Hulkenberg are out. Ocon's got a penalty for it. Russell's facing the wrong way. Russell's in the wall. As they continue, the virtual safety car is only out onto that one. As Sainz and Hulkenberg are out on lap 1. As we saw the collision kind of happen there. I don't know why Ocon got the penalty. I thought it was Russell who looked like he caused it, but we might have like a replay of that soon. And well, depending on when I edit it, if I do edit a replay, I don't actually know if it's not good enough for one. But yeah, a crazy lap 1 there. Sees Ocon for 5-second penalty, potentially some damage. I don't know if he has any damage, but Leclerc is in second place behind Bortoletto with Hadjar behind Leclerc. Gasly's all over Norris. Gasly on the inside, Norris into turn 3 on lap 2. Gasly looks a bit of sparks flying out of Norris there. Gasly on the outside to turn 4. He's going to try and hang in there. No, as he heads into turn 5 now. Ocon's got another 5-second penalty, as he's now got 10 seconds added to his time. As Verstappen's on the outside of Ocon, as we still go green. As Gasly got past Piastri as well, looks like, and Norris. Got Piastri on the outside of Gasly. Gasly tucks in behind him. He's sucking the slipstream there as we head into the fast chicane. As running a bit wide goes Gasly, he's got to defend off Norris down the straight. Norris clips the grass on the outside. He's on the outside line compared to Pierre Gasly. Tucks in behind him. Braun GP have had such a disappointing start to this season. Well, now they look like they're on fire, literally. As Piastri catches up to Hadjar, as Bortoletto continues to have a healthy 1.4 second lead. As there goes Norris behind Alex Dunn. Alex Dunn cruises past Lando Norris on the start finish straight. Alex Dunn even hits the fastest lap of the race. As we head now into Lewis Hamilton, also hits the fastest lap of the race. As Hamilton looks like he's on fire. Alex Dunn also looks like he's on fire. Soft tyres may be a bit slower now. As so is Charles Leclerc, looks like he's potentially gaining a little bit of time. Here is Russell and Stroll side by side. Russell around the outside, he gets past Lance Stroll. Gabriel Bortoletto's in the pits. He lost a lot of time in that last couple of corners there. So Leclerc leads the Grand Prix. Piastri's also in the pits. Soft tyres definitely died off there. I think that's most soft tyre runners actually coming into the pits. Is Lewis Hamilton on them softs? Is he going to potentially leave the pit in there? Yes, he does. On hard tyres. What tyres are Piastri going for in Bortoletto? Piastri, where is it? I can't see it. Piastri, soft tyres. Where's Bortoletto? Bortoletto on hard tyres. Gasly hard. Hamilton hard. He's hard. No, he's soft. Albon soft. Antonelli soft. Vettel, Bottas, Ocon hard. Do not take that out of context, please don't. Bortoletto gets past Perez. Perez once again looking very slow. So we see him taking the fast gains there. Piastri's at the fastest sector 2. Piastri, you're quite fast himself, so I reckon he might catch up to. Oh, Leclerc's in the pits. Now, where will Leclerc exit compared to his race rival? He's going to be held up a little bit here. Potentially, that's a bit close compared to Lando Norris. Leclerc, he's going to exit the pits. Now, where will he exit compared to Bortoletto? Where will Bortoletto be? Will he exit ahead of Bortoletto? Has the traffic affected Bortoletto's race? Leclerc on soft tyres though. Where's Bortoletto? Bortoletto on the inside of Lance Stroll. Bortoletto leads the Grand Prix by quite a bit here. Well, no, he didn't lead the Grand Prix. Verstappen leads the Grand Prix by 10 seconds, but Bortoletto's pitted and Verstappen hasn't. Piastri also gets past Leclerc. Piastri and Leclerc side by side. There's contact there. Piastri does get past him though, and he's gonna have Net second place as Leclerc tucks in behind him, but Leclerc seems like he's all over Piastri still. Piastri, winner of this race last season, is trying to defend off Charles Leclerc here. He's going to have Lance Stroll in the way. Charles Leclerc cruises past Lance Stroll and Oscar Piastri. Oscar Piastri though stays in the slipstream, bump drafting him right down his rear end. He's effectively sticking his front wing up his rear diffuser as we head now down into turn 11. Bortoletto, we're trying to use this battle behind him to make a bit of a gap as he gained a lot of time with Verstappen that lap. As Verstappen, I think, comes into the pits. Yes, he is. It took him. I saw the map, but it was taking a while to come up on the timing sheets. I was like, whoa, what's going on? But does Lance Stroll also come in the pits? Yes, he does. As Piastri, is he going to try to get past Charles Leclerc again? I don't think so, as Charles Leclerc seems to have gotten a lead here. Now, just remember, guys, this season, round 1 we saw Lewis Hamilton win the race. Round 2 we saw who was it? Nico Hulkenberg. Round 3 we saw Lando Norris. Round 4 Charles Leclerc, I'm pretty sure. Well, I'm pretty sure it's been that long I actually checked. Well, if we see Bortoletto win this race, that'd be a 5th different winner in 5 races. But Leclerc is really gaining on. Oh, Norris a bit wide. There's a bit of dust as Leclerc's gaining on Bortoletto, but then soft tyres will probably die out before the hard tyres do. Done on the outside of Norris. Norris on the inside. Norris, he going to stick potentially? No, he's not. And looking to see where the rest of the field. I'm being stupid here, or is like, yeah, there's Hadjar, yeah. Hadjar as Piastri comes into the pits after 2 laps of them soft tyres. So hopefully, Hadjar they're running a bit wide for turn 1 there, as Hadjar is potentially trying to get past Pierre Gasly here. But if we know the soft tires are not really making 2 laps for Oscar Piastri, he comes in for the pits for hard tyres with a 24-second gap lead. How far will hard tyres last? As it looks like the soft tyres have died off for Charles Leclerc a little bit. He stopped gaining time on Bortoleto, as so has Hadjar. He stopped gaining time on Gasly. Actually, as I say that, he's gaining rapid. He's got a lot of slipstream. Here goes Gasly. Yeah, he's proven my point wrong. Is not Gasly? Hadjar. Uh, he's proven my point wrong, Hadjar. And he's going to wrap around the outside, running a bit wide. That will affect him down the straight. He'll maybe use a bit of slipstream and activator and his battery. I wish I could see his battery deployment right now. I think it'd be pretty cool, but he's going to maybe do a bit of super clipping into. Yeah, the word we all hate is not really super, is it? As Leclerc has caught up to Bortoleto a little bit more, but Bortoleto pits after 3 laps of them hard tyres. Is this I think that's a mistake on the strategy for Audi. Audi screwing up the championship race, sorry, as Gasly now leads the Grand Prix. After Braun GP have had such a horrendous start to the season, here they are leading the Grand Prix 1-2. Hamilton P3, P4, P3. Bortoleto just ahead of Sebastian Vettel. They're on soft tyres. Charles Leclerc on medium tyres. That is a very interesting strategy call. He'll probably have to try to get tyres at least 3 laps to lap 11, and then go for another soft set of tough tyres. I don't see what's going to happen here, but he's definitely not making the end. Piastri is ahead of Leclerc though, as we see Behrman and Ocon going side by side here into the chicane. Behrman and Ocon, where are they on board of Oscar Piastri? Behrman is going to sit behind. Oh, Piastri runs very wide as he gets involved in this battle between the two Hasses. Now, as Piastri, he gets past Behrman potentially. Does he? Yes, he does. Does he get past Ocon? No. He does get past Behrman, but not past Ocon as Leclerc arrives on the scene. Leclerc on the inside of Behrman there. Looks like Leclerc on the outside of Behrman, sorry. Looks like he's changed his line. Now he's on the inside. Behrman's got a 5-second penalty because of the collision. We did just see that. And it was definitely not a penalty in my opinion. And if it was a penalty, it was Charles Leclerc's fault. As he's now very slow to the straight as Behrman. Yeah, looks like he has no battery left. As Norris kind of catches up to him. As Bortoleto is going to try to get past Giovinazzi as fast as he can. See, Verstappen and Gasly. Oh, what? No, Verstappen and Hamilton. No, not Verstappen. Hamilton and Gasly have gotten their hard tyres 5 laps, done 4 laps, and Verstappen 3 laps. So why the heck have the Audi pit Bortoleto so early for soft tyres? Are they expecting rain? It does seem to be getting a bit darker out there. But have Audi just thrown away a chance for a race win here? As Gasly seems to be in the pits, and so is Hamilton. After 5 laps on hard tyres, Albon's got a 5-second penalty. He seems to be on a bit of a scrap here with Sonny Hayes on the inside. Yellow flag, sector 3, and can't see where or why or who. Chat goes clear, as I think it was Verstappen involved in it. Because is that rain on the camera there? I saw. I don't think so, but could well be. But yeah, this is getting very interesting. Somebody's going slow there. It's Lance Stroll. Lance Stroll's going very slow, and he's holding the field up. As a virtual safety car deployed, Lance Stroll's out of this race. Is that mechanical failure? I don't know. But it's a virtual safety car. That could help the top 2, I think, if they get around to pit lane in time. Lance Stroll is out of this race because the 13th is raced on lap 10. I think lap 9 was lap 10, yeah. VSC's ending, so it won't really affect them too much when it comes to the top 2 coming into the pits. As we see them quitting now anyway, so we could see where they exit. Let's take a look at George Russell, Season 1 champion and Season 1 race winner of this track. He is currently being overtaken by Fernando Alonso, potentially here, for P17. He got taken out on lap 1, and he's going to look like he's going to try to stick it on the inside. Bortoleto is also pitting. It'll be interesting to see what tyres he goes for. Russell, I just missed that. Russell got a 5-second penalty. Bortoleto is pitting for medium tyres. As Charles Leclerc is in 3rd place. Verstappen leads the Grand Prix with 10 seconds over Piastri. Bortoleto, where's he going to exit? It's not P8, not P9, potentially P9, yes. As Antonelli's behind him in P10. Gasly and Leclerc are battling off there as Perez has been lapped. I don't know why I saw Perez. I thought I saw yellow on the map there. Gasly and Leclerc are battling though for P3. Gasly in the fresher medium tyres, Leclerc on the older medium tyres. Leclerc keeps P3 though. Gasly drops down a bit more, but Gasly on the inside here. Piastri is just up in front of them in P2. Gasly is going to look on the inside. No, he is going to look on the inside, but he's not going to go for the overtake on the inside. He's now going to have the inside once again there. No, he's only looking. He's not going for it. As Verstappen enters lap 12 out of 14. If Borla still thinks he can win this race, Russell gets another 5-second penalty. Russell's out of his race. Russell is out of his race. It's another virtual safety car. Which is intriguing as Leclerc uses that to pit. And yeah, this virtual safety car might have just screwed over Gabriel Bortoletto, as he might end up exiting behind Charles Leclerc. I think he will. One point about Gabriel Bortoletto. Gabriel Bortoletto exit behind Charles Leclerc here. See where he goes. He got a better restart from Alex Albon, that's for sure. There's Charles Leclerc exit the pit lane right there, right in front of him. Oh, there's contact! Charles Leclerc and Bortoletto take each other out. It was a big accident. Absolutely huge. We saw the onboard, it was airborne. Safety car deployed, 2 laps to go. I think Verstappen will win this race now with Piastri second, Gasly third. That was an absolute stormer of a huge accident. Absolutely huge. Ladies and gentlemen, Bortoletto and Leclerc are out of his race on lap 12. Leclerc exiting the pit lane. Bortoletto, the closing speed was so big as he hit the back of Leclerc, went airborne, spun off and slammed into that wall at high speeds. It reminds me of the Season 2 European Grand Prix accident Bortoletto was in during a long-term free lap 1. He clipped the back of Russell, I think it was Russell he clipped the back of, and he went flying off into the wall at high speeds. That safety car out now, though, is going to change up the whole entire order. I think Verstappen could win this race. So, if we've got to mention a new rule I'm introducing for this race onwards, just testing it out, the safety car cannot finish the race. So, long story short, the safety car is not on this lap, which it won't be, no matter where all the other cars are, no matter how long it's been out for, no matter what strategy everybody's going to be on, I click this button, I click advanced, I head down and I click activate/remove safety car. So we're going to wait until you guys won't always see that. I might show you me doing it this time, but it's not coming in. So I'm going to wait until just before the start finish line, where I'm going to click pause and go do it. So you might think it was a bit unfair for stuff. It's real. I genuinely was just forgetting to add it in. Also, it's early game this championship. We can always add dodgy stuff. Anyway, here we go. As we go green once again, Piastri seems to have got a bit of a better launch from Verstappen, as he's going to have the inside of Verstappen done the inside of Gasly there, potentially. Gasly and Dunn side by side. Dunn looks like he's nearly rear-ending Piastri there, as Gasly and Dunn. Brawn GP have to be careful here because they have not finished in the points once. Well, they have finished in the points, but they have not finished up high this season. Dunn actually takes second place off Piastri, as Piastri falls on the third, Dunn on soft tyres. He might be able to take the race lead here and take the race win potentially. That'll be surprising. Alex Dunn, he's going to go from P4 to P1 potentially on the last lap, as Gasly is going to take third place potentially off Gasly. Dunn and Verstappen side by side, both run off wide. Dunn is still going to be on there. Hamilton seems to be getting involved in this battle of Gasly and Piastri. Dunn the inside of Verstappen, only a couple of corners to go. Can Alex Dunn get the race leads on the last lap? Verstappen, he's going to be challenging on the inside here. Piastri keeps third. Alex Dunn takes the lead. Hamilton gets a 5-second penalty. Let's see how that for causing the collision. Alex Dunn wins the Grand Prix from Verstappen from Piastri. Gasly in 4th place. Hamilton, will he stay 5th? I don't know. Ocon and Norris seem to be battling there. Hayes and Pierce cross the line. Albon and Giovinazzi cross the line once again. Vettel, Hadjar, yellow flag sector 1. There seems to be a collision on the start finish straight. Behrman was in the wall. Here it is, Alex Dunn, Brawn GP. What a disappointing start to the season for them in the first 4 races. Will they finally get their race win of season 3 and become the 5th race winner in the first 5 races? Yes, that's right, 5 races, 5 different winners in season 3. What a season this has been. Dunn, Verstappen, Piastri, Gasly, Hamilton, Hayes, Pierce, Giovinazzi, Vettel, Hadjar, Antonelli, Norris, Ocon, Vettel, well, not Vettel, Valtteri Bottas, Ollie Behrman, Alex Albon, because of which track I had of Ocon, by the way, Fernando Alonso, Perez, and then all the DNFs. Gabriel Bortoletto and Charles Leclerc had a big, humongous accident. When was Russell involved in the crash? When did Russell DNF? I do not remember that. Stroll at mechanical failure, I think it was. And Sainz and Hulkenberg on, I think it was lap 1, they crashed. Well, here is the championship standings. Norris continues to lead the championship with Alex Dunn going from 11th, I think it was, to 2nd place in the championship of one race. Norris 53, Dunn 45, Hamilton 43, Verstappen 37, Borletto 35, Leclerc 35, Giovinazzi 33, Ocon 28, Hulkenberg 27. I think that's the same score number actually. Russell 26, Behrman 24, Antonelli 23, Vettel 18, 16 Piastri. It's a good race for him getting onto the podium after this point start to the season. 15th is Perez on 14 points. 16th is Joshua Pierce on 11 points. Isaac Hadjar also on 11 points in 17th place. 18th, Valtteri Bottas on 10 points. 9th, Tony Hayes, 8 points. 20th, Lance Stroll, 6 points. Alex Albon, 2 points. Perez, Sainz, and Alonso yet to finish in the points. Quick look at the constructor standings. Ferrari leader with 78 points. McLaren, 69 points. Audi on 62 points. And Braun, 59 points. Haas, 52 points. Porsche, 51 points. Keep in mind, if you're new to this championship universe thing, Porsche in Season 1 scored 0 points. Porsche in Season 2 scored 0 points. Porsche in Round 1, Season 3 got on the podium, and now they got 51 points. Mercedes 49 points, Red Bull 48 points, Apex GP, and realise it's APX in real life. I spell Apex, yeah, never mind. On 19 points, Cadillac on 10 points, Aston on 6, and Williams on 2. So, guys, next race is the first Japanese Grand Prix of this universe. In fact, this universe is going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 first races in the next 4 races in Season 3. It's going to be an exciting one. Please make sure you hit the like button and the subscribe button so you don't miss out for the Japanese Grand Prix. Up next.